So they told you to forgive and forget, huh? Well, let's talk about that. Yo, 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 what up, YouTube? It's your man LOK, back at it again. Fellas, soldiers, men, kings, what the hell is up, man? Hope all is well. So, anyway, y'all see the thumbnail, y'all know what this is. We talking about forgiveness. They told you it was okay to forgive and forget, right? In fact, that's what they told you that you should do. Forgive and forget. Hmm. I wonder where they got that from. I wonder who taught them that. Where did that come from? So we're gonna talk about that, and the reason we're gonna talk about that is because this channel is dedicated to my men. All right, we focus on building our men up over here, teach you better tools to get through life and get through the hurdles and climb the hills and walk the valleys that you need to walk through in life to be the man that God created you to be, the man that you should be. Okay, so we teach strength over here, logic over here, critical thinking over here. All right. Um, I'm trying not to make this video long. I'm not gonna talk as slow as I did in my last video. I went back and watched that and was like, yo, what? Hats off to y'all that sat there and watched the whole video. I mean, it was very informational. I was doing my best to get everything through the y'all. That's why I was talking so slow and taking my time over everything, trying to make sure I touched on everything. But today we ain't gonna be talking that slow because I'm not gonna try to keep y'all here all day. So look, right. Where'd you learn to forgive? Who taught you that? Grandma, granddad, mom, who up, dad, who up, who? Church folk. All right. Yes, the Bible says forgive. Forgive your neighbor, forgive people their trespasses and transgressions against you, so your Father will forgive you. You can't expect God to forgive you for what you have done if you don't forgive someone else. Um, you can't even forgive people that you see, but you want the one who you can't see to forgive you for your sins. So look, the Bible does say forgive. But nowhere in that Bible will you ever see forgive and forget. That's written nowhere in there. And again, I relate everything back to that book because that is the foundation of on which life was built. That is the okay. Bible, Bible, basic instruction before leaving Earth. That's what the Bible is. All right, basic instruction before leaving Earth. The Bible is a guide to teach you how you should live your life. Should you choose to live your life that way, that's on you. But that is telling you the way that has the best possible outcomes. Now, in that Bible, it teaches for forgive. God leaves to forgive. God leaves forget or not forget up to you because we have freedom of choice. We have free will, right? That's how that works. Now, nowhere in the Bible does it say forgive and forget. God would never tell you that. It's up to you if you choose to forgive and forget. Me, I'm going to tell you my personal mindset to that. I forgive, but I don't forget. Because if you forget, that opens the door to allow the person to come in and do it again. I don't forget what you did. I'm not gonna hold it against you. I'm not gonna hold any ill will towards you. I'm not gonna hold any types of grudges towards you. Because at the end of the day, this is what they didn't teach you. Holding a grudge against somebody is like, I'm gonna keep it real. Drinking bleach and waiting for them to die. That's what it is. You're holding a grudge against somebody for what they did to you years ago, last week, yesterday, whatever. You're drinking bleach and hoping they die. How that sound? This person probably has gone on with their life, forgot what they probably did to you. The whole time you still sitting there salty and mad. And I understand, because some people will watch this video and try what I'm going to teach y'all, and it just might not work for them. They just might need therapy. We underestimate the importance and the value of therapists in the male community. You need to talk to somebody. You ain't the strongest man in the world, dog. God did not create you to be the strongest man in the world that doesn't need to talk to anybody. You need to talk to somebody. If you want to be the best version of yourself and go out there and you talk about helping these young kids, how can you help these young people become young men if you ain't even where you should be yet? Help yourself first, then you talk to them. You need it. If you think you need therapy, get it. Because I'm about to teach y'all some techniques. It's 3 easy steps that can help you forgive someone, okay? But before we get to that, if these steps don't work for you, you might need to just talk to somebody. But this person has gone on and forgot about whatever they did to you, right? You still sitting there upset. This was 10 years ago. You still mad. Who's that hurting? People tell you to forgive all the time, but nobody ever teaches you how. So today I'm going to get into how. But you can forgive someone and never talk to them again. People would teach you, oh, you're supposed to forgive and forget, and still talk to them and give them another chance. No. Cut that bullshit out. That's not how that works, okay? You can forgive somebody and never speak to them again. Just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean you have to treat them the way you did before they did whatever they did. That's not how that works. You don't have to do that. All forgiveness is not holding a grudge against them and wishing the best for them. Okay? Because (62% of adults, right, struggle with forgiveness. That's most of adults. They struggle with forgiveness. Not only that, but most people don't even realize how holding a grudge affects you. You later down the line, you have risk of heart attack, strokes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. It messes with your sleep. It causes you to slip into a depression. A lot of people don't even think about that. There's health benefits that actually come along with letting stuff go. The problem is a lot of men think you're weak if you forgive. Forgiveness is a sign of weakness. No. You stay weak if you don't. If you don't change that garbage ass mindset you got, you stay weak if you don't forgive. It takes a lot of strength to forgive and let something go. When you forgive somebody, you just let it go within yourself. Forgiveness is for you, not them. That's not how this works. Some people think, "Oh, I'm not gonna forgive you because I'm not gonna. You don't deserve that," and all this dumbass shit. No, it's not for them, clown. It's for you. When you forgive somebody, you allow yourself peace. You allow yourself to be able to let go. You don't ever have to speak to them again. You don't ever have to forget what they did. You just let go of the grudge and the anger you have against them. Because at the end of the day, everybody's human. We all make mistakes. Just think, how much stuff have you done that God has let slide and let go? How many? You know what? I was talking to my homeboy right last night about the same thing. How many times you over the course of your life, maybe just yesterday or last week, have you done something right? And you don't know it, but He just looked at you and said, "You know what?" And he probably just thought to himself, "You know what? This is your last day on earth. This is your last day breathing. I'm sick of you. You have made mistake after mistake after mistake and constantly done what I told you not to do. That is it. I am done with you." How many times do you think Jesus just interfered and said, "Oh, wait a minute, just give him another chance. Let me talk to him"? think about the love and the power that God will have to forgive like that all the time. And that's the one that you want to forgive you, but you can't even forgive this person because he stole from you, or he tried to mess with your girl behind your back, or she messed with your homeboy behind your back. I know those are very touchy topics. I'm not saying you still gotta be with them after they do that. I'm saying you can just let everything go. Let them go. Let let the grudge go. Let all that go. You don't have to hold them. How is holding a grudge against them for that helping you? They done gone on and did and have done something else. You still mad. You still sitting there mad. How does that help you? You don't get anything good from that. You block your own blessings by surrounding yourself with that type of negative energy. So, let me get into some of these notes right here, right? Um, I took some notes just to because I wanted to give you everything, and I didn't want to forget anything like that. So, um, all right. So we're gonna get into. Well, I already said everything y'all really need to hear. The 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 crux of what I was saying before is I'm trying to give you a box to think outside of when it comes to what you were taught about forgiveness. It's not what you were taught. You don't have to forgive and forget. You can forgive and remember everything they did, so you don't allow it to happen again. If you choose to let them back in and be friends with them, that's on you. That's what you choose to do. Um, everybody, okay. Everybody deserves a second chance. That don't mean you have to be the one to give it to them. Keep that in your mind. Everybody deserves a second chance. That don't mean you have to be the one to give it to them. You can allow them back into your life and be friends with them if you want, if you think they change. But keep in mind, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you know the rest. So, um, just keep in mind what they did. Um, God knows their heart. You don't. Keep in mind what they have done. They may have grown. You don't. You don't know. No, you don't know that. But anyway, so the three techniques is what I want to teach y'all about for forgiveness. Okay. So the first one, acknowledge. Acknowledge what they did. Acknowledge that pain that's inside you. Acknowledge to yourself that it hurt. All right. I know. Hold on. Acknowledge that this person was close to you. They was a friend. They was family. Whoever. Okay. Acknowledge they were the one that was supposed to be there for you when somebody else hurt you. They wasn't supposed to hurt you. Acknowledge that. All right. Because when you acknowledge something, you admit that it's there. You acknowledge its presence. When you acknowledge the presence of something, now you have to deal with it. It's some people out there, and I've seen this, and this is a very unhealthy thing to do. I've seen this with a lot of women. Women do this shit, right? Something will happen to them that they don't like, that will cause wounds and trauma. And rather than dealing with it, they'll just brush it under the rug and pretend it didn't happen. They'll ignore it and just go on about their life and just pretend it's not there and just pretend. Don't do that. That is extremely unhealthy, and it will affect you later down the road of life. Everything that you keep bottled up inside, one day it's going to come out, either in the form of like an outburst or sickness or nervous breakdown. It's going to come out, okay? The wise thing for you to do is find the wisest way for it to come out. If you need to talk to somebody and you need therapy or something like that, go get it. This is also a men's space on here. If y'all listen, if y'all want to email me and talk to me, whatever you tell me stays between me, you, and whoever you tell. I don't. I'm not. I don't get into that whole. Nah. Whatever you want to talk about, though. If you need help or if you need some type of advice, my email is right on there. Just go ahead and scroll to the other side. You have to go on like a desktop or like a laptop to see the email. But hey, man, I'm here. But don't get into the habit of brushing stuff under the rug, like and just want to pretend it's not there. That's very unhealthy. I've seen a lot of women do that, but they just gonna have to learn on their own. Acknowledge it's there. Once you acknowledge it's there, you can start to build something from that, right? Acknowledge that this person was supposed to be the one that you could trust. All right? Acknowledge that deep, hidden, unseen hurt. All right? That's one. Two. Let's see here. Consider. Number two is consider. All right? So consider how what they did affected you. What effect did it have on your life? What type of trauma did it cause? What types of thoughts and mindset did that cause you to have? What types of ways did that cause you to start to behave and see the world and see others? Consider the effect of all that on you. Think about, is that a way that you want to be? Is that a road that you want to keep walking down? Is that what you want to teach your kids? Because even if you don't directly teach your kids, the type of thoughts that you have, and it over a while, it has an effect on the way that you behave, the way that you carry yourself, some of the things. Y'all ever heard the saying, and I like it too. It's an old school saying. It's be careful of your thoughts before your thoughts become your words. Be careful of your words before your words become your actions. Be careful of your actions before your actions become your habits. Be careful of your habits before your habits become your character. Be careful of your character, because it might become your destiny. It all starts in the seed of the mind. The seed of the mind. That's where it all starts. So, although a man would believe that his thoughts can remain hidden from the world, all it takes is for a person that's trained to see what they need to see. Even to a child, their subconscious mind picks up on certain things. If you want to continue to have that in your mind, just know it's going to affect how you behave and how you think and how you carry yourself and treat people later down the line. They're going to see this, and they might pick up that same habit. Consider all of these things that trauma has done to you. Consider the blockage it has on your life of you becoming the person that you should be. Whatever else you were probably going through prior to whatever they did to you, consider how that trauma augmented the misery that you already have. All right. Now, I think I touched on that enough. So, number three, and a lot of y'all are not gonna like this either, but accept. Accept what they did to you. Accept the things that you cannot change. And the reason I say accept the things that you cannot change would be because, to tell you the truth, y'all already know, but look, man, Sometimes God takes control God takes control of a situation out of your hands just to see how well you can control yourself. That's how that works. You are human. You were never designed to have control over everything. Truly, you only have control over yourself and what you respond to. That is true power and strength. Not controlling other people and things, controlling yourself. Because I said in my last video, controlling yourself, the hardest thing in this world that you ever have to do. You can say it's not, but live long enough and you're going to see. Accept what they did to you, accept that it hurt you, accept that it had a lasting effect on you, but also accept that it taught you something. Alright? Accept that it taught you how not to be. Not that you should go and do it too. Accept that it taught you how you should not be. Accept that it taught you to pay closer attention to how you heal yourself and how you treat yourself and what you allow yourself, what you allow into your space. Yeah. Accept. Accept they may just be who they are, or accept that they too are on a path to whatever growth that they may have. But anyway, that has nothing to do with you. That's on them. We're talking about trying to make sure that you are in a healthy mental space. And yes, a man should forgive. A lot of people think, that what was that old school Rick Ross album? God forgives, I don't. Yeah, that's the opposite of what the Bible teaches. The Holy Bible teaches to forgive. If you want your Father to forgive you, that is how that works. So those are the three ways to forgive: acknowledge, consider, accept. Look, man, either way, you're gonna have to accept it. There's a lot of things in life that we don't want to accept. Hey, you just have to. And I'm not saying accept it and just go blindly back into it. Accept it taught you how to move and how you should be. How you should deal with people, what red flags and what signs to look for next time that you probably ignored this time because you were so busy showing love. And this don't mean just females. This means guys too. You could have a homeboy that you just real cool with, man, and the whole time. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something else. This little story. Y'all know how I am with stories, right? So I had a homeboy one time, and these are the red flags that his betrayal of me wait a minute. Okay. There were red flags that I ignored all through our friendship because I was young and didn't understand what I was actually seeing until after this happened, right? I used to see this dude do some grimy stuff to other people. I seen him do it to females, other guys. But in my mind, this was my man's. He ain't gonna do this to me. He my man's. Like we cool. I see him doing it to other people, but that's them. I'm me. This my man's. He loves me. He cool as shit. We've been friends for years. Whenever you saw me, you saw him. The same love I had for him, he had for me. That's what I thought, right? So I would see him do girls grind me, do other guys grind me. And I used to think to myself, damn, that's fucked up. But I thought, hey, that's still my man. So one day the day came where he did that shit to me. He did me grind me, right? And I'm thinking, how you gonna do me like this? This is supposed to be my man's. Nah. What that told me was, if a person has a certain trait inside of them, it's only a matter of time before it shows up against you. If a person has that snake inside them, it's only a matter of time before it bites you. You can hold that snake by the tail and watch it bite everybody else. It's only a matter of time for it to turn around and bite you, because that's how having a trait inside you works. It's gonna happen to you in due time. So that's just, that's what I mean by accept that it's gonna teach you something. All right. If you did all those three steps and you still struggling, or you got a deep seated issue, or you still have a lot of rage in you for something, seek help. It's nothing wrong with seeking help, with saying I need help. All right. But yeah. Anyway, I ain't gonna keep y'all all day talking and all that crap, right? So yeah, man, hit me up if you need any type of advice or whatever. Keep on grinding, soldiers. Keep doing y'all thing. Uh, yeah, y'all the kings. I'm just the man behind the scenes. All right, y'all. I'm out.